Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Frank from Inner Mongolia. So first thing first, please let me share my screen for you guys, okay? Okay, so today my topic is about how to evolve into a future man. So when I talk about this future man, the first thing comes into your mind is like, oh my God, what is future man, right? So here is the clue for you guys. First thing first, let's go back to the, here's a time machine for you to go back to the ancient China 100 years ago, okay? So at that time, we have a mission right now, and we need to go to Guangzhou from Beijing. You can see from this map, it's very short distance. But at that time, people need to spend at least 3 months to go there, and then another 3 months to come back. So what does that mean? That means people need to spend a lot of time to go somewhere. And nowadays, we only need 3 hours to go there and come back. But you do need to realize that at that time, people can live only for 36 years, for most of the people. What does that mean? Every single time when we go to Guangzhou and come back, we have already saved almost a year for ourselves. Am I clear? Okay, so that is the difference between the ancient people and the modern people. So what could be different for the future? So here is for all of us 3 ways to evolve into the future man, okay? So the first thing first, it's like, if you have this kind of app, please raise your hand. Like TikTok or YouTube or any this kind of video app, please raise your hand. Okay, I can see a lot of people raising their hand. And next, I want to talk about, if you have this kind of game app, you can raise your hand. Okay, I can see also a lot of people raising their hand there, okay? So what does that mean? Nowadays, more and more people are having this kind of app, right? So last question here, let me change the question here. If you don't have any this kind of app for entertainment, please raise your hand. Okay, so you see, not many people are raising their hand anymore, right? So which means nowadays we all have this kind of app. I also have this kind of app, okay? So let me share a story about this app and me. One Sunday morning, a few weeks ago, I wake up early. I decided to cook a kung pao chicken for myself. And then when I go to the restaurant, I bought those ingredients for me, okay? All those delicious ingredients. And then I suddenly realized that, oh my God, I don't know how to cook. So I went to a video app to buy all those, to check out how to cook all these ingredients there. And then 3 hours later, I was checking Michael Jackson's dancing video there. And after this, at that time I was too hungry. That's the reason I decided to order some food from the restaurant. So what happened at that time? I spent 3 hours, but I didn't even realize it. So here's the situation for us, okay? When we open the video app or any kind of app, you are on this side, okay? You are on this side. And who is on the other side? Yes, those brilliant engineers, thousands of them. They are on the other side. They're trying to pull you into that app. Because the longer you stay in this app, the more they can earn. So how can we fight with them? Here's the solution for you. We can also find somebody on our side to solve this problem. Okay? Somebody like your family, your friend, your classmate, your colleagues, anybody is fine. You just need to find somebody to pull you back to the reality, okay? So my next question is that, what do they have one thing in common? Some may say, oh my God, they are celebrities. Yes, they are celebrities, but that is not the one thing they have in common. Yes, there's one very special thing they have in common. What is that? They all have their own trainer. Okay? Own trainer will help you to build your confidence. Own trainer can help you to develop your self-discipline. Okay? So own trainer can definitely help you to pull you back to the right track. And next, I want to talk about is Uncle Wang. As you can see, Uncle Wang, he's repaired, tire for a living. And he is the most diligent guy I have ever saw for my whole life. Every morning, 6 o'clock, he's there. And every night, 11 o'clock, he's still there. He works extremely hard, no matter how hot the summer is, no matter how cold the winter is, he's always there. But one day, he told me that he's about to lose his job. And I was wondering that why he works so hard. And he told me that because nowadays, more and more people using shared bike instead of their own bike. Even though they buy their own bike, they will send it to those professional stores to repair it instead of here. That is the reason Uncle Wang is losing his job, because the whole industry is disappearing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this question. Is Uncle Wang the only one who is losing his job? Maybe not, right? So this kind of situation is so crucial. I did a little bit of research about it. I went to the internet to check out all those billionaires. And then there's one thing they have in common. Of course, they're rich. They can earn thousands of dollars per minute. They can earn millions of dollars per hour. But to make me curious is that they spend 2 to 5 hours a day to read books. That really makes me so curious. Why is that? And then I found the answer there. Here, this is the train road for us, for most of the people, including Uncle Wang. After we build this only one train road, we can find only one kind of information there, okay? But all these billionaires, they have already built a train station for themselves. They collect all kinds of information everywhere. So because of that, they will develop fast. So, which means they have already become the information collector. So how do we become the information collector? Here are 3 ways for you guys to do. First thing first, what the traditional Chinese saying, it says you can read some books. And then second of all, you can travel around the world. And third of all, of course, you can read some people. With these 3 ways, you can definitely become a very good information collector. But here, I'm offering you one way can combine all the 3 ways together. What is that? It's definitely public speaking. When you deliver a public speech, you need to do some research. You need to read some books to prepare that. So that is the first thing first. And second of all, after you deliver the speech, you will find the audience will talk to you. So you can talk to different kind of people. And if you really deliver a very good public speech there, they will invite you to go to their country, their cities, to deliver your speech. Which means if you can become a very good public speaker, you can become a very good information collector, which means you can build your own training station. Okay? That is the second part I want to talk about. And the third, I want to talk about reading. So the first thing first, I want to ask you guys, if you can finish reading one book a month, please raise your hand. Okay, I can see a lot of people raising their hand. How about if you can finish reading one book a day? Please raise your hand. Not many, right? So last but not least, I want to ask you that if you can finish reading 10 books a day, 10 books a day, please raise your hand. I believe a lot of people, they are shaking their hands. It's impossible, right? But here's the situation. I have a friend. The doctor told her that, I'm sorry, your mother got a cancer. So she only has 3 months to live. There's no treatment can save your mother. I'm so sorry for that. So this girl, she is so stubborn, she went to the library and finished reading 10 books a day just to save her mother. So that is the situation I wanted to talk about. That is the motivations you need to find out inside of you. Which is, you need to find that why inside of you. Why you're doing this job, why you are studying so hard, all this why. You need to figure out why you are doing all these things. After you found out all those whys there, I believe you will move faster than any other people. Which means motivations are so important. So when I talk about all these three together, it's very hard to remember, right? Let me share with you a picture to let you remember all these things. Here is the picture. You are the car, okay? You are the car here. And who is the trainer? Sorry, who is the driver? Yes, your trainer, okay? The trainer will pull you back to the right direction every single time when you go to the wrong direction, okay? And what is the motivation? Yes, the engine is the motivation. You need to find that engine to help you to move faster, okay? And last but not the least, it's about destination. You might think that, did I talk about destination, right? No, I didn't talk about destination. So how to find that destination? It depends on, you need to find your own train station. After you build a very huge train station, you will figure out where is your destination. So you might confuse, okay? For most of the people, their destination is traveling around the world, right? They want to travel around the world, go to the different countries. But here, I want to offer you to dream a little bit bigger. In 1903, the first airplane was invented. And in 1969, the first man who landed on the moon. What does that mean? We, human beings, we only spent 66 years to make all the progress happen. Only 66 years to make this happen. Which means we can go back to 100 years ago, okay? In Beijing, go back to 100 years ago, and then you can talk to a farmer, ask him that, hey, you know what? 100 years later, you can fly to Guangzhou through airplane with only 3 hours. I believe the farmer will think you are crazy. It's the same thing. We can also dream a little bit big. I believe most of us can see this scene by ourselves, only 50 years later. Only 50 years later, which means most of us, we can see this, we can stand on the moon to stare at the Earth. So, ladies and gentlemen, think big, dream big. Let's all evolve into a future man. Thank you very much.